This is the Scholarlynk news for 19th November 2020. Under the Singapore-Hong Kong travel bubble arrangement, travelers from both destinations have to take a COVID-19 test before departure and upon arrival. Next, they wait a few hours for the results to show that they have tested negative for the virus, instead of having to be quarantined for days. If this arrangement is successful, it is hoped that similar arrangements can be made with other cities where the pandemic is largely under control. Since the start of the pandemic, passenger traffic has dropped 98%. Further, the International Air Transport Association does not see air travel returning to pre-COVID levels until at least 2024. The good news is that Singapore Airlines still has enough cash for 3 more years. In addition, it has initiated new projects such as Restaurant A380 and increasing its cargo operations. However, it remains to be seen how the airline will fare in a few years' time when other airlines return as competitors. Think about it. Given that there are very few airline passengers now, what else can Singapore Airlines do to earn revenue in these tough times? How can they differentiate themselves from their competitors? Malaysia wants to increase their efforts to boost rice production by up to 75% so that the country can be more self sufficient. Part of the reason for this was the obstacles the country faced with importing 30% of their rice needs when borders were closed due to COVID 19. The measures that will be taken include enhancing productivity in existing rice fields, identifying the right fertilizers and rice varieties to use, examining irrigation systems, and automating rice production. In the current budget exercise, the Ministry for Agriculture and Food Industries had been allocated 4.79 billion Malaysian ringgit, a portion of which would be used to help boost rice production. Think about it. How important is it for a country to have food security? What can countries who import a majority of their food requirements do to ensure food security? Over in Indonesia, President Joko Widodo will send a high level team to meet with top executives from Tesla. The aim of the trip is to promote Indonesia's new job creation law, which simplifies doing business in the country. Indonesia hopes to become the world's largest producer of electric vehicle batteries. One factor working in the country's favor is that Indonesia has the world's largest nickel reserves. Tesla's chief executive, Elon Musk, is planning to offer a huge contract for nickel as long as it is mined efficiently and in an environmentally sensitive way. In line with this, the Coordinating Maritime Affairs and Investment Minister has suggested that Indonesia could make the supply of batteries environmentally friendly within 7 to 8 years by using renewable energy sources to power smelters. Think about it. What are some measures taken in your country to make manufacturing cleaner and greener? Are there laws in place that force factories to use environmentally friendly production processes? 370 Ratchapriok 3 seeds were sent into space on board SpaceX's Resilience capsule, which was launched recently. Ratchapriok, or Cassia fistula Linn, is Thailand's national tree and will be planted on board the International Space Station. The seeds will be cultivated on board for 4 months in a space provided for environmental research. The goal is to observe farming in a zero gravity environment, after which the seeds will be returned to Thailand. At the same time that the seeds are planted in the ISS, high school students will also be planting Ratchapriok seeds here on Earth. This project is done with cooperation with the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. Think about it. With no gravity and less atmospheric protection, how differently do you think the seeds on board the ISS will perform from the ones on Earth? Do you think cultivating crops in space will be possible? In China, as the amount of packages delivered during Singles Day, China's largest e-commerce shopping day, hit a new high, more environmentally friendly packaging is being planned by the government and used by delivery services. The State Post Bureau estimates that just under 3 billion packages were handled between November 11th to 16th. Earlier, the State Post Bureau provided a list of green wrapping products. The green wrapping products come with a special logo and includes wrapping bags, boxes, tape, and insulation. Delivery companies were encouraged to use these products. The Bureau is also encouraging the collection of used wrapping and to reduce the practice of repetitive wrapping for transportation. Delivery companies are using other methods to reduce their impact on the environment, such as using recycled transfer bags or using clean energy vehicles for delivery. According to a recent report, 200 million wrapping boxes were reused last year and 43,000 new energy vehicles were used to make deliveries. Think about it. What more can be done to reduce the amount of packaging material used? How about offering savings to customers who opt for less packaging material to be used?